Get on LinkedIn. Get on LinkedIn. But when you get on LinkedIn, the big question is, what do you do next? Well, the people saying get on LinkedIn aren't wrong at all, because currently LinkedIn has over 1.15 billion users. And by that, LinkedIn is the biggest professional network around right now. And not just that, there are over 60,000 business leaders and decision makers on LinkedIn. The CEOs, the CMOs, the CEOs, you name it, everybody is on LinkedIn. Also, every minute, 6 people are getting hired on LinkedIn. Now, you see why you should be on LinkedIn, all right? So, if you're a student, you're a graduate, you're a business owner or business leader, LinkedIn, no doubt, is the place to be. And some weeks ago, so guys, if there is a platform to be on in 2025, it is LinkedIn. All right, you can take that from me. But again, when you get on LinkedIn, the question is, what do you do next with your profile? Now that you've created a profile on LinkedIn, where do you go to? What do you do next? This is what I want to show you in this video. And I'm going to make this as practical as it can be. So I will take you to my screen and we will together navigate my LinkedIn profile, and I'll show you the areas to touch on your LinkedIn profile. Now, and if you have any question whatsoever as I go on with this tutorial, ensure you leave me a comment and I will answer all your questions about LinkedIn. All right, so I'm going to quickly share my screen right now and I will take you to my LinkedIn profile and we can kick off this tutorial. All right, so well, this is my Medium, so today is not for Medium. Let's go to LinkedIn. So we are loading. Going to quickly go to my profile and I'm going to show you the areas in your profile that you want to focus on now that you are on LinkedIn. All right, so this is what your profile, when a person lands on your profile, whether it's on your mobile phone, on the mobile phone, or on the personal computer or the laptop, these are the three major sections they will see on your profile. The first is your profile picture. We call this your banner, and then this is your headline. So these are the three places that will be visible to any profile visitor. So what you want to do is to optimize these places. And when we say optimize, we're simply saying ensure that you edit those sections and put your best foot forward so that when a person lands on your profile, they are impressed by what they see. So since these are the only three places they will first see, they will need to scroll down to see other details about you. But if you do not get their attention with the details that you put in these three sections, you can as well forget about them scrolling down to see other things about you. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is your profile picture. Ensure that you use a professional or a semi-professional profile picture, and it's often advised that it should be a headshot. All right, something from the top of your head till maybe your neck or somewhere around your chest region, and ensure that it's well lit. Ensure that the background is beautiful. Ensure that you're putting on a smile. All right, just anything to captivate whoever lands on your profile. So as you can see, my picture, it's my headshot from the top of my head to somewhere around my chest region, and then I'm putting on a very beautiful smile, if you must say. All right, so the goal of your LinkedIn profile picture is to introduce what you look like to the target, to the person who lands on your profile. And all you have to do is just make sure that you ensure that the picture you put there is captivating enough. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is your banner. Now this is your banner. This is called the LinkedIn banner. So you have all of this space to communicate with with your profile visitor, who you are and what you do. So if you check my profile, you will see that I communicate what my profile is all about. So that would banner. But for me, I am simply saying what I do for my target become VIP. And what is VIP? Visible, influential, and profitable. And what you will see underneath here is for credibility. So these are some of the companies that I've worked with, companies like Frontier, Upwork, Body TV, and the likes. All right. So what you want to do is head straight to Canva. If you go to Canva, type in Canva LinkedIn banner, and they will give you you will see a lot of templates already on Canva. All you need to do is just edit. It's plug and play. Edit any of the templates, the banner templates that suits, your personal LinkedIn, and then download it. And when you come to your LinkedIn profile, you click this and you can change your LinkedIn banner. All right. So that's about your banner. Now, this is the third part of your profile that you want to optimize. This is what we call the LinkedIn headline. So what do you do in your headline? It is to communicate the value that you deliver, or the value that you're bringing to the platform. So again, it has to speak to your goal for using the platform. Are you on LinkedIn to look for a job? Are you on LinkedIn as a freelancer and you're looking out for remote jobs, gigs, and all that? So that will determine what you have in your headline. But usually the format is to say, oh, I help XYZ kind of people do XYZ. So basically what you see in my profile is I help the target audience, businesses and C-suite executives get seen. All right, this is what I do for them. I help them get visibility, help them become influential, and then become profitable. All right, so you also want to probably follow that format and explain in a very short sentence who you are, who you work for, and what results you can get for them. I help XYZ people get XYZ results. All right, so that it's as simple as that. So if you're able to nail these three sections, that is, your banner and your profile picture is aesthetically appealing and attractive, and then you're able to communicate your message simple, clear, and compelling, then you might you might be able to captivate your profile visitors and encourage them to scroll down to see more about you. So the fourth place you want to optimize or edit in your profile is your about section. So in this about section, you have over 2,000 characters, I think somewhere around 2,100 characters, to describe who you are, what you do, your background, your experiences, and why you are the right person for whatever option for. But I often tell people one very skillful way to go about your about section is that do not make it focus on you alone. All right. If you're looking for a job, for example, what kind of job are you looking for? What kind of companies do you want to work with? All right. And what are the aspirations and goals of this company? So make a about section about your target audience and about yourself. For example, my target audience are businesses and C-suite executives. So what you will see in my about section is that first and foremost, I speak to their aspirations and their pain points. So I am a content writer, a ghostwriter, and a content marketer. And so I say content creation for business or individual. So I am speaking to my target audience already here, and I'm telling them what content writing can do for them. All right. So I mentioned about 7 things that content writing can do. And then I link into why I am the right person for the job. All right. So I haven't said the first thing about what content writing can do for business and individuals. That's where I come in. And then I talk about myself. I'm a ghostwriter. I have 4 to 5 years experience. These are the companies that I've worked with. I have a master's in communication and yada, yada, yada. All of that is now to link the goal and the aspiration of my target audience with my own qualification. So to tell them, I know you, I know this is what you want to achieve, and I am the right person to help you get that kind of result. So that's like the fourth place you want to edit in your profile. So I'll quickly scroll down. The other place you want to edit in your profile is your experience side. Your experience section is like your resume, your online resume, or your online CV. This is where you tell the profile visitor, the audience you want to speak to, what is your background? Where have you worked before? What kind of results did you get for the people that you worked for? Just to show the profile visitor enough proof that you have the qualification and the experience needed to be able to get them the results that you claimed in your about section, that you can get them. So this is my experience section, and if you actually go through my profile, I have listed about 13 relevant experiences to what I am positioning for. So if you're 2 or 3, all right, list them there and say a few things about your experiences. Do not just say, okay, for example, you wouldn't just say co-founder and trainer, or let's say personal assistant XYZ person or XYZ company. All right. You want to say a few things about, that role that you uptook for the company. What did you do for the company? What are the results that you got for the company? All of this is just to position you and to, pitch you as the right person for the job, to also showcase your experience, in the proper light and in a proper perspective. So the next thing you want to do also on your profile is to list your education. All right, if you want to edit your experience, this is where you simply go to this pen icon, click on it, and you can edit your experience section. So the next thing that you want to do is to list your education. This pen icon helps you to list your education qualification. For example, if you check, I have listed 3 education qualification. I have a first degree in communications, I have a master's degree in communications, and of course I have a master's in business administration also. So I have listed the 3 education that are relevant to what I'm positioning for. All right. This is like the 6th thing you want to do when you are curating your profile. All right. So aside from this, the 7th thing or the next thing you should do is to go to the skills. All right. This is the skill section. In this section, you're able to curate at least about 50 skills, or thereabout, that are relevant to what you're positioning for. All right, so if you check my profile, you see that I have curated about 62 skills that are relevant to my role as a ghostwriter or as a content marketer. And if you want to edit your skill section, all you need to do is click this pencil icon, and then you can search for what skill is related to your niche or your industry, and you can select them and add them to your profile. So one other thing that gives you credibility on LinkedIn is your recommendation section. So when you apply for jobs, for example, you will see that the HR persons or the people who put up the notification will say something like list 2 referees, or just add to the names, emails, and phone numbers of 2 referees. The goal of that is to ensure that you are listing somebody that they can reach out to and confirm whether you are truly good at what you do, and what is your conduct on the job, why did you leave your previous job, and all that. So while that is not exactly the goal for your recommendation section on LinkedIn, but it's also to give credibility. When other people attest to your professional conduct, your character, and how good you are, it gives credibility to your profile. And if you check my profile, for example, 36 people have actually recommended me on LinkedIn, which is actually a good one for your profile. So what you want to do in this section, again, is if you have had some work experience with certain companies and some of their maybe top executives and directors are on LinkedIn, reach out to them and ask them to write you a recommendation, all right, based on your work experience with them. Again, what this does to you is that it gives your profile some form of credibility. Now you're not just the only person saying you are good. Other persons also come to say that you are good. All right. So that's like the 8th thing you want to do on your profile. Then one more thing, and so there is a feature on. So I'm saying there's a feature on your LinkedIn profile, and it's called the featured section. So that's like tautology. All right. So there is an additional feature that LinkedIn added to the LinkedIn recently. It is called the featured section. We would like to call your online shop. All right. It is a place where you can curate, let's say, your portfolio, your resume, or your CV, so that when people land on your profile, they need no stress, all right, to see maybe your work okay, we've seen your work is maybe your portfolio. So I am a content writer, for example, and every time you want to apply for a content writing job, they will tell you, send us 2 to 3 links of the jobs you have previously done. So what I can simply do is curate my portfolio, have the link to the feature section. Again, you click the pencil icon and you can have the link, such that when a person lands on my profile and they want to see some of the jobs that I've done before, all they need to do is to click my portfolio link and they can have access to that. Or again, if I want to put my CV or my resume, you can also do, let's say you're looking to get a job through your LinkedIn profile. One of the things you can put in this featured section is your resume or your CV, so that when a person lands on your profile, having seen who you are, your experience, in your about section, you have also discussed what you can do. They can just easily go to your featured section, download your resume or your CV, and be able to see whether you are the right person for the job. All right, so those are like the basic things you want to do on your profile when you create your LinkedIn profile, when you newly join LinkedIn. All right, there are a few other things that we could talk about in this, in this video, but since this is a beginner level video, those are the basic things you want to do to optimize your profile. In subsequent videos, I'm then going to talk about, okay, now that you have optimized your profile, what is the next thing to do in order to get more visibility and be well positioned for the opportunities that will come your way. All right, if this has been useful, ensure you like this video, share this video, and subscribe, so that when I release subsequent videos to guide you on how to make the most of LinkedIn, you will be notified. And again, if you have any question whatsoever about your LinkedIn profile or about how to make the most of your LinkedIn profile, leave me a comment. I will respond to your comments. All right, my goal here is to help you to make the most of the internet, to position yourself for all the opportunities that are available to you in 2025. All right, so guys, if this has been useful, leave me a comment, let me know how helpful this was, and leave me all the questions that you have about this subject, and I will gladly respond to them. I'll see you in my next